I know I just previously did a tag, but Maddie over at the Book Pusher just created a really fun Would You Rather tag, and she actually tagged me in it, so I thought I would do another one because it's my channel and I can do what I want. Anyway, this is the spooky Would You Rather book tag. I will leave the original video down in the description below, so go check that out. But let's just do this rapid fire. Question number 1 is thrillers or supernaturals. Okay, I read thrillers all throughout the year anyway, and I think if I were to want to try and creep myself out, I would choose a thriller, but for the sake of it being October and the month of Halloween, I'm gonna choose supernatural for this one because they're just a lot of fun to read. Question 2, ghosts or zombies. I'm actually terrified of the idea of anything to do with dead people coming back to life because it just makes me think of my family members coming back to life, and that makes me both sad and scared. So I'm gonna go with ghosts on this one because I believe that they exist, but I can't see them and they can't touch me and I can't touch them, so they're a lot more easier to think about than dead people coming back to life, you know? Question 3, vampires or werewolves? This is a hard one because for the longest time, werewolves were kind of my favorite supernatural creature to kind of learn about and like read about, but I realized that I haven't actually read a lot of good werewolf fiction. So if you have any recommendations, leave them down below. But for the sake of this question, I'm going to choose vampires because I mentioned previously that I just got into vampire fiction again and I'm really enjoying myself. Question 4, witches or demons? Okay, so here's a weird thing about me. I don't like reading angels and demons type stories. The idea of reading angels and demons reminds me of like a Sunday school lesson. I don't know why, like it doesn't scare me or anything, but it makes me feel icky, I guess. So I'm gonna go with witches. Question 5. Would you rather read a book with 13 chapters or read a book with a black cat on the cover? I think I'm a lot more superstitious about the number 13 than I am with the whole black cat thing because I'm not sure where it is, but my dad has told me that there are some hotels that would literally skip the floor 13 and just go on up to 14. So they would go 10, 11, 12, 14. So yeah. Question 6 is, would you rather read a spooky book in the dark with only a candle for a light or be by yourself in a locked, brightly lit room? I don't like being locked in any room. If you lock me in, I'm gonna like freak out a little bit. And I feel like reading in the dark, seeing in the dark is kind of what I do every day anyway, so I'm gonna go with reading in the dark. Question 7, would you rather face your worst fears or be trapped in the mind of a killer? Worst fears, I guess? If I'm in the mindset of a killer, then I'm not me. So I'm not like scared, or I don't feel guilty about what I'm doing because wait, how does that work? I'm dumb and got confused by the question that I didn't end up answering, but I would choose to be in the mindset of a serial killer because I would not want to face my worst fears. Question 8, would you rather watch a scary movie or read a scary book? I've yet to find a book that has seriously terrified me, and I don't know if it's because books just take longer to read, so that like thrill factor kind of dies down after a while. Maybe that's just me because I read really slow. So I'm gonna go with movies because I love scary movies. Question 9. Would you rather read spooky books during the fall time or all year? I think I'm gonna just go with fall time because I think the atmosphere would make it more fun to read those kinds of books. And the last question is, would you rather read 10 spooky books in October or 10 spooky books all year? I would love to be able to read 10 books in 1 month, so I think I'm gonna go with that just because it would mean that I read a lot of books this month, which never happens. And also, I think if you restricted me into only reading 10 spooky books all throughout the year, I would not be able to deal with that because I don't like people telling me how many books I can and cannot read. So yeah. Anyway, that was the spooky would you rather book tag, and I will leave the people that I'm going to tag down in the description below, so go check that out. But I hope you are having a great day, and I will see you soon.